But here's the difference between man and animal, right? Is the fact that we have consciousness.
Everything's got consciousness, even that rock.
Yeah, everything has consciousness, um, but we have discernment. Okay, we have discernment that others don't, and that gives us ego, right?
Well, we have a way of we've sort of got this incredible memory thing going on because we have representation systems where we can books, libraries. We got a way of having memories, and we can transmit that over and over and over.
Yeah, so we transmit.
So we have this incredible memories.
Right. So we transmit things down the centuries, which dogs can't. Okay, dogs don't write it down, but they're all instinct, right? Yes. However,
you know, Rupert Sheldrake. You know, you familiar with him and his morphic resonance?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the idea that you got apes on this island and apes on this island. These apes over here figure something out, and suddenly these apes over here are able to do it as well. So there's something going on too, where
right,
it's being transmitted. It's just not as fast and dangerous as what humans do.
Right. Well, there were two things that were going on in the Sea of Japan. One was Jagaimo, which was about the apes, where there was a study actually of apes who are not apes but monkeys who started to wash their potatoes in the sea because it put salt on their potatoes, and that was good.
And McDonald's was born.
It was teenage monkeys.
and so then, without there being any connection between the two groups of monkeys, the monkeys on a nearby island started to wash their potatoes in the sea too, because and it got transmitted at the collective unconscious level, okay, through the ether.
That wasn't the randomness.
Right. Okay, but here's another example. There's a tradition in Japan that the crabs in the inland sea of Japan, which means the sea between the Japanese islands, especially Honshu, Shikoku, and Kyushu, down there in the Hiroshima area, those crabs have an image of a samurai on their belly, okay? And this comes from a legend that there were a bunch of samurai in Hiroshima at this particular shrine who, after some big battle, all committed suicide together, okay? And this happened like 700 years ago or something like that. And so the myth is that the spirits of these samurai went into the crabs, okay? And so therefore the spirit is represented on the belly of these crabs, okay? So that's the story, okay? Now what's the reality? Okay, so you have crab fishermen in the inland sea, right? They fish up crabs. They flip them over and check to see if there's a samurai spirit there. And if they think there is, they throw it back. But if it's not, they eat it, right?
I remember my biology.
Right. Okay, so if it's not, they take it in, and that's the catch of the day. Okay, so over several hundred years now, where the fishermen are doing this, of course, all the crabs look like samurai. I mean, they look like a samurai in a samurai helmet, the whole smash, just like a Japanese samurai. Okay, and the reason they do is because the fishermen have been just making a selection.
Evolution.
Yeah. So the fishermen have been making this evolution for several hundred years.
That's an interesting example because that's a psychic evolution. It's not really a physical evolution.
Well, it's
But
both,
it launched the physical.
right?
Yeah.
But
The source is the
but it's the spirit, right?
Yeah.
It's the spirit of the samurai being represented in the crabs, right? Because the spirit of the samurai, like Lucy, okay, is being passed through the fishermen. Okay, so those fishermen have this spirit, and they're doing this selection of the crabs, and so ultimately the crabs all look like samurai.
So they're all what, vegans now? Or-
Well, I mean,
That's when tofu was invented.
I have had crab in Hiroshima, but
You have, okay.
yeah,
But not samurai variety.
You could make the same argument. It might be a little specious, I don't know, but you could make the same argument that the Enlightenment drive that created the Industrial Revolution also ended up in all the pollution that allowed the moths to evolve into the dark moths, you know, versus the white moths in England.
yeah. Except what we have to accept here in this group is that the scientific enlightenment
Still an idea. It's
isn't
still-
enlightenment per se.
Well, no, I mean, but it's still.
The Buddhists would not accept this as enlightenment.
It's still an unconscious. It's still the collective unconscious
Right.
Another 5 o'clock.
creating a reality.